What's up, YouTube? It's Verdixx here, bringing you guys another video today, and today I have my second episode of my weapon breakdown series here on Infinite Warfare, and today is going to be the NV4. Last episode we discussed the K-Bar 32, and I gave you guys some gameplay with that gun, and today we're going to be doing essentially the same thing, but with the NV4. Now, before we get into this, I just want to let you guys know that from this point forward, these episodes should be a little bit shorter because the actual class breakdowns that I do before the gameplay should not last as long due to I'm not really going to discuss perks all too much from this point forward really anymore. They're pretty much all basic throughout all guns in this game because, to be honest, most of these perks aren't that good. So really the only exceptions here are if you want to be able to reload faster, take off blast shield for dexterity. This is, like I said in the last video, this is for public matches only. I would have completely, not really completely different perks for competitive, but pretty much I wouldn't be running ghosts in competitive. So if you want to know my rationale behind perks and why I choose certain ones, go check out my first video. I will just point out as a disclaimer, I do not normally use marksman. I would be using Dead Silence, just that I'm not level 43 yet, and I don't want to wait to be level 43 before I can start putting out these videos. So let's get into the video, or the actual weapon breakdown now. The NV4 is a very, very accurate, pretty much no recoil at all weapon with moderate fire rate and moderate damage. So what that pretty much means is at medium to long ranges, it's going to be very, very good. But once you get up close with those SMGs or some faster firing assault rifles like the K-Bar, the Volk doesn't really shoot fast, but it just kills so fast that even up close, it's really good. And the Type 2, the NV4 might not do so well, but once you get into those medium to long range gunfights, the NV4 is going to pretty much dominate every gun other than I really won't dominate every gun. Haven't used the Type 2, so I'm not going to comment on it, but I think that the NV4 at range would be better than the Type 2 just based on what I'm looking at. I've picked it up some. The Volk is just, it needs to get nerfed, and the K-Bar is alright at all ranges. So the K-Bar might give you a run for your money at a medium range. You'll probably still beat it at a long range with an NV4. So the NV4 is really just your laser beam gun. If you don't really want to worry about aiming or controlling recoil too much, this is what I would suggest going with. Now let's get into attachments. I do not like the iron sights on this weapon, so I have to run a reflex or an elo. So I personally like the reflex more, just like I said in my last video on the K-Bar, so I choose to run the reflex. If you like the elo more than the reflex, feel free to go with the elo. It's all personal preference. Secondly, quick draw is pretty much a universal attachment whenever we're playing respawn, and I don't really play S&D pubs, so quick draw is going to be on. I'm going to show some S&D classes, but quick draw is going to be on the majority of classes that I'm using. Next we have stock, which it's an assault rifle, and I like stock on my ARs, at least to this point. I don't really know how useful it is or what other people are going to be using once we kind of define a meta for this game, whether or not stock is really useful on an AR. But if other people are using stock on their ARs, I'm not going to be like the one that's not using stock and then be at a disadvantage in gunfights because of it. So for now, I'm running stock. If people stop using stock, then I might take it off for a rifled barrel instead. Since I don't have to run grip on this class due to it being so accurate, it allows me to throw on a secondary weapon, and I basically just picked my favorite secondary. So that's about it for this particular class setup. This is my go-to respawn class for this weapon. Next up, we're gonna be looking at one more respawn class, and this basically we take out the secondary and the perk 3 and throw on the rifled barrel. Everything else is the same. This just gives you some extra damage at range. Next is going to be a search and destroy class, as you can see with the suppressor right there. Pretty much the exact same as the first class we have here. Remember that this perk 3 would normally be Dead Silence. It wouldn't normally be Marksman, which is what would make this an S&D class, but it's pretty much the exact same class as the first class I showed you, except we took out quick draw in favor of the suppressor. This is for you guys that really don't like showing up on the map and like being stealthy whenever you're playing S&D. That's not my personal playstyle in S&D, but I thought I'd give you guys a class setup for if that is how you want to play. In S&D, you might find yourself pre-aiming a lot more than you find yourself like running and gunning, especially with a weapon like this that you don't really want to be up close with. Taking off the quick draw isn't a bad move here, and then you get to keep your secondary as well, which is always nice to have in your back pocket whenever you're in a search and destroy match. And this last class is another S&D class where you essentially it's the exact same class as this, except if you're not that stealthy player, you have rifled barrel for the extra range. Pretty much the exact same. If you want to run quick draw in your S&D matches and be able to run around, I would suggest using this class, dropping one of your perk 1s, probably blast shield, and just try to, I would suggest making 2 classes, to be honest, and having one have ghost and one have blast shield, and then put on your perk 3, and since if you take off one of these perks, you'll have a point for perk 3, and then put on your other secondary, would be my recommendation for that. But oh well, that was my phone. But that's pretty much all there is for the class setups, and now I'm going to try to jump into a game for you guys and show off the gun. See you in a few. Alright guys, we are back a little late into this game. Still the very first hill of the game though. You can see it's only 14 to about 20 right now, so this gameplay should do, and that's a pretty good start to it. You'll see in these, oh god, you'll see in these games that my streaks are relatively trash. Like, it's literally UAV, counter UAV, and Scorchers, and that's purely because I think the streaks in this game are absolutely terrible. I talked about, oh god, I just got gunned. I talked about this in the first episode I did of this series with the K-Bar, but like, I really don't understand why they took out Specialist. Thinking back on what I said in the first video though, I don't even think Specialist would be that good in this game because the streak, or the perks suck too. So, all in all, score streaks in this game, pretty terrible, and that's why I run UAV, counter UAV, and Scorchers, which is also starting to become relatively awful because everyone runs Ghost now. So whenever you have a UAV up and the other team has Ghost on, it's worse than even like not having the UAV up at all, just because you stop looking in certain directions due to like you seeing those red dots on your map. Oh god. So I might even take the UAV off. I don't know what I'm going to put on in its place, but the actual like assault streaks, I guess you could call them, the ones that are supposed to kill people, are absolutely trash. The bombardment sucks. Their little knockoff Hellstorm. The Trinity is terrible. At least in my opinion, I think that streak is terrible. The Scorchers are relatively bad if we're being honest. Like, you don't get to pick their Lightning Strike knockoff, the Scorchers. You don't even get to pick 3 different locations anymore. You just pick like a strip for it to, like a bombing strip, and then it sucks. Like, it's literally, if you guys have found some streaks to use that are actually good, feel free to let me know. But I know the higher streaks are probably a little better, but even the higher streaks that I got in the beta, like the robot that runs around, it wasn't even fun to use. So it's like, why would or the little flying like drone that shoots. But none of the streaks in this game appeal to me. It's just, so I'm running the basic ones that I can just get over and over again, and maybe it'll help me get more kills because I'll know where people are at. Oh god. Oh, I'm rewinding. I'm out of here. I'm going back for the kill. That's one. Oh god. I'm getting that one. Okay, I got the assist on the other one. This is going to be a fast game. My team is dominating. I hate when I get in games like this. Oh. Well. Oh god. I think this game has shown off the accuracy of this weapon relatively well. As you can see, it kills fast. It's just, I don't think it kills as fast. Oh god. Oh, as that guy gets a triple with his Trinity, while it's just like roasting every single streak in the game. The gun kills really fast. Like, every gun kills fast in this game, though. It's just, I feel like other assault rifles, I mean, you probably saw it earlier. Like, when I got into a gunfight close range with a sub, I got destroyed. Like, right here, you can, okay, I was one shot. But the guy I was shooting, what is this? I was an NV4 too, that killed me. But the guy I was shooting before, that guy that just killed me with that whatever sight that was that he had on, looked kind of like an ACOG. The guy I was shooting before that, I was able to kill relatively easily from a decent range, and he was on a head glitch. Oh, you're a loser. That's fine. If they want to prolong the game, that's fine. Like, I don't care. I'll just keep getting kills. That's what I want, to be honest. I don't want the game to end 2 minutes. Was there another one there? Or were those bullets like bouncing off? I should have rewinded. That train next door guy just gunned him. I don't know why they added a respawn for public hard match. Or hardpoint matches. I can't believe I just said hard match. Alright, I'm out of here if I kill this guy. I love rewind. It's so fun to use. And the AW jump thing. Oh my god, getting EMP'd is no joke. The AW jump thing is so OP. Let's pick up a Type 2. I haven't used this. I've never used this gun by like my own class. The only time I've ever used this gun was picking it up from the ground. That's why. Oh, I have streaks. Like, oh my god. They just get me killed! I better get no kills with them. I got 2. Alright. They're still trash. I don't care. They're still terrible. Worst streaks of any Call of Duty ever. Oh, get gun, loser! Still gunning. No one wants it right now, man. Are they leaving? Where's everyone at? Don't get in the hill, boys. I got killing to do. Gun! Push me. He's going the other way. He's afraid. My team's got him boxed in, though. Not anymore. They died. But that was the street, or the, yeah. I was about to say, that was a specialist, right? That wasn't an actual sniper. Well, I think this game's over. Let me get this 31st kill. Let's get it. Let's get one more. Oh, I'm not gonna get it. Oh, I might. They got him out of the hill. I might get more than one more. Rewind. Let him push. God dang it. Alright. Well, that was a relatively quick game. 33-10. My team was just filled with Look at this guy, 2 minutes and 48 seconds in the hill. And then the other guy is 2:30, 10 and 11. Like, why are you guys playing the hill so freaking hard? I don't get it. But, yeah, as you can see that game, the gun, like I said, it has a moderate fire rate, moderate damage, so it kills relatively quick, and like it's about 4 bullets on average, I would say. But at range, you could really see just how accurate and easy the recoil was to control, and that was without even having grip on. Now, of course, one sec, let me get out of this lobby before I do this. I didn't really go over any classes that you could throw on with grip, but obviously, like, look at this class, for example. I put on rifled barrel for my 4th attachment. If you want to do the same thing and, like, take off the pistol and the 3rd perk I have in that class, and then put on the foregrip, if you are having any sort of trouble controlling this gun, which, I mean, some of you might, I'm not sure. In my opinion, it's relatively easy to control the recoil at range even, but if you do find yourself having problems, just go ahead and go with this class setup I have here with these 3 perks. Take off the rifled barrel that I showed you guys earlier, throw on the foregrip, and you should be good to go. It will be an absolute laser beam. Look at that accuracy down there. What's that, 97? 85, 12? Yeah, so it's near perfect. So if you ever find yourself having problems aiming this gun, go with this setup, and you should be good to go. But that is going to be all for the video today, guys. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like, and if you'd like to see more from this series and other videos in the future, be sure to subscribe.